Is it okay for you to travel overseas if you're an asylee, someone who's already won asylum, and you have a travel document, which for an asylee is called a refugee travel document? Is it safe, or are you at risk of not being let back in when you come back? Look, there's always some risk. There's always at least some risk when you leave the country with anything other than US citizenship. As an asylee, how much risk is there if you have a refugee travel document? Given that we're in the second Trump administration where they're trying to make life as difficult as possible for immigrants and kicking out as many as possible, I think the risk is pretty low. I think it's probably okay. Look, you should not go back to your home country, the country from which you sought asylum. Don't go back there. But if you don't go back there and you go back for a short amount of time, I would recommend not more than a few weeks, I think the chances for anything bad happening or risk of not being let back in, things like that, is pretty low, such that I would probably do it. Look, I would say I would definitely do it if I were an asylee and I had a refugee travel document. I would go somewhere other than my own country for an emergency purpose. Like if you've got a sick family member and you're going to meet up in a third country and you need to see them, some kind of emergency, for sure. Would I do it just for vacation? Probably not. Even though I think the risk is pretty low, it's probably not worth it. In my opinion, for me, it wouldn't be worth it just for vacation.